I have decided, as we did before the election, in about 2 years before the election when Trump started running, that we started doing Armageddon updates about him. And now DeSantis, it's obviously he's going to run. And DeSantis is way worse than Trump.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because you know what? Because Trump was a goofball. He just would say whatever thing. DeSantis went to Harvard and he's got a degree, and he was a lawyer for like the SEALs. He was a lawyer for the SEAls. Like, he's smart. And
I'm sure this isn't a George Santos situation.
I know, man. He's done a lot of stuff. He was in Congress.
I do just want to throw this out because we were waiting for this. The House Ethics Committee, I can't speak, has filed or started an investigation against George Santos as of today.
Great. Also a sexual assault thing where he basically went after somebody.
So how many lies do you need before somebody, 1,000 lies before that?
On the Democratic side,
the cutoff?
On the Democratic side, you just need a picture of a guy faking to grab someone's boobs on a plane. You're out.
And then being honest about it.
Republicans, on the other hand, I think you need a body and video of the guy stabbing the body.
With a bunch of documents.
And even then, it's not their fault.
It would be the liberal media.
No, he was standing his ground.
He was standing his. I was going to say, we have a lot of.
That's
bodies.
how that works. That's why I hate the both side things, because it seems like I think Democrats are so knee jerk. Oh my God, you're a horrible person. We can't. And then the right doesn't give a shit at all. Literally, could walk in with a severed hand. What?
Yeah. In a Klan hood.
What you're talking about? We have Steve Scalise got shot.
Literally had a guy shoot him on a baseball field. It's like, nope, I'm still backing guns. Really?
Yeah,
dude,
we should not legislate guns at all.
Yeah, still.
He said that while he was healing from a gunshot wound.
I almost died, actually. So we were crazy. So DeSantis, as I go over what DeSantis did, it's funny because the Armageddon update, it was a 700-word one because it's only a partial list, and it's only a partial list. Like, I went down everything from, if you remember, so COVID, first of all, he couldn't put on a mask. We remember that.
That was my favorite.
Then he said, COVID's serious. Let's do something. Then once he realized that wasn't politically okay, especially in Florida, he said, we're not going to have any mask mandates. Everything's open. Nothing's wrong. Florida had the highest death rate of COVID. So they did nothing, and it worked out exactly how it was expected to work out.
He seems to aggressively go after things that really don't need fixing. He just it's almost like he just wants to appeal to his base, get them riled up.
Really, that's so different than what the rest of them do.
Right. I know. But a different tactic.
It's not even that. Yes, it is exactly that. And it's also, it's all this shit that doesn't make any difference for people's lives. Yes. Gay people, we can't let gay people get married. We have to say, if you have a trans kid. Now, the way they're doing it right now, and I just found out, because people going, California, you can get an operation. So I looked it up. No, you can't. You actually have to have parental consent. And then you have to go through, and just to get that parental consent, even if you have that, you have to go to therapists. Everybody has to prove it. The doctors have to sign off on it. It's crazy. So you can't be a kid and just go get gender reaffirming service. You can't do it. Or whatever it's called. I don't know. affirming. I don't know.
Gender affirming.
Okay. So here's my problem. So he talks about gay people, trans people, trans athletes, what else? Guns, COVID.
Science.
He actually was going literally
education.
Saying, if you wear a mask at a school board meeting, if you're on the school board, you're not getting paid. What?
Yep.
What if I have
race?
Yeah. It's voting. He pulled voting laws against. Basically, it targeted brown. Actually, the court that sued them, the judge said, this is basically going after blacks and minorities to stop their right to vote. And this is the guy that Gio's putting out. Like Mitt Romney's got to be like, what the fuck? Mitt Romney's got to go, you know what, guys? I get I'm a douchebag. I get that I have I'm a corporate raider who breaks things up and sells them. But at the end of the day, I still believe in America. It feels like nobody believes in America anymore. On the right.
I was just going to wait and see if you breathed, because it's fantastic. You get really cranked up sometimes when you write these, because have you noticed that? He cranks himself up, and then it's you got to let him unwind a little bit. You got to get it out. I don't think this one's out yet, though.
I knew
it's in there.
I knew it was bad. I knew DeSantis was
Before we
bad.
could jump in.
Did you talk about the Stop Woke Act?
The Stop Woke Act. That's another Stop Woke. So you can't. And then Disney.
Okay, wait, let me just.
There's a string.
The list is
wait,
insane.
Hold on. He just signed this into law last April, which restricts conversations about race in schools and businesses and allows students and workers to sue if they believe a lesson or workplace training course caused them to, quote, feel guilt, anguish, or any other form of psychological distress due to their race.
So if you go, wow, man, the George Floyd thing was crazy, man. I can't believe that those cops, those white cops did it. Like, oh my God, dare you to feel bad now because I'm white and now I'm have to sue you. You can do that now. Here's the other one, the anti-gay stuff he passed. If a child in school draws a picture of his family and he happens to have two dads, if he draws that picture and another kid sees it, that's
English. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
It causes that kid trouble. The parents can now sue the school for letting a kid who just drew a picture about his family.
It really favors and enables a lot of straight white people to sue.
Yes.
Because it couldn't go the other way, really. It's
did all the Karens just roll into Florida? It just feels like people think this is okay.
Though by that nature, then a kid with two dads feel anguish by seeing a kid draw a mom and a dad.
Counselor, we have an attorney for this.
I'm just saying, does it go both ways or is that
no?
Okay,
no, it
we
definitely
need to
doesn't
read
go
the
both
fine
ways.
print.
No, because you're wrong.
Okay.
Because if you're gay, you're wrong.
He
That's
says it's wrong to teach students that the U.S. was built on stolen land because that flatly is not true.
That's right. We're squatters, as I said in the Armageddon update, squatting on the skulls of the Native Americans.
We also know, we talked about before, that he gutted the board of Florida College. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
I didn't even get to that. I didn't even get to that. I honestly, it was 700 words. I'm like, I got to stop. And I even said in the Armageddon update, it's a partialist. He actually says an AP college level courses on slavery can no longer be taught. He killed college level courses on just history. They're pulling books off the shelves. Look at this about all the books they're pulling off the shelves.
There's a lot. Yeah.
And teachers are afraid because of all these laws he passed, where if you pull a book, Huckleberry Finn, whatever, and somebody gets upset by that book, then they can sue the school.
In April 2021, he was very busy in April.
Wasn't he?
He signed an anti-riot bill into law that, among other things, grants civil immunity to people who decide to drive their cars into protesters who are blocking their way on a road.
Checkity-check. Talk about this in the Armageddon update. So you can now, but here's what I thought. I didn't talk about this in Armageddon. Okay, so there's a lot of white supremacists in protesting out there in Florida.
Oh yeah, this goes both ways.
They don't have to protest in Florida. They're
on the school board.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying that. So if there's a lot of
people, drag shows, though,
people out there with swastikas, saying that the white race is what happened to your car? Well, you were blocking the way.
Yeah,
I had to go through. Oops.
Yeah,
like this guy is just a guy with a VW van. Bro, man, you were blocking the way. Law says I can run you over. Sorry.
Vanity Fair spoke with a former college roommate of his who, although